pulling the wings and the legs from Daddy Longlegs and crane flies. He is barking mad, Gates. And I can have a little bit of sympathy for him because Gates is the public face of it. There are people in the independent media who want to believe or want to push the notion that Gates is the supervillain. He isn't the supervillain, Gates. He's a front man. He's one of several front men and front women for the agenda. But he's not the man behind the mask. He's not the emperor. I don't believe that he is. It's just my opinion. He's a lunatic, Gates. I think Gates believes all this shit. I've watched him deliver these TED Talks and I've seen him on television. The guy, body language is something I've studied very, very closely over the years. Eye movement and stuff. That's just the tip of it, right? Gates believes this stuff. And that's what makes him invaluable to the real string pullers, if you want to call them that. Mad. Gates. Crazy. We hear a little bit more from him, will we? Let's hear the last from Bill Gates today.
You know, I ask myself every morning, did this really happen? And even though I worried about it, I still find it shocking how tough it is and how hard it's going to be to get back to the normal life that we had before.
On that note, and on that note of normal, do you think things will go back to normal, or is that all changed?
No, once you have a safe and effective vaccine and get that out to almost all of the people on the planet.
Almost all of the people on the planet. 7 billion, he said in the opening of in the very beginning of the conversation. 7 billion. Nearly all the people on the planet have to have the vaccine.
And build the preparatory systems for the next pandemic so you can nip it in the bud. We will go back to normal and economies will recover. But we have multiple stages to go through in terms of until we have that, you know, how much can we open up? How do we help the developing countries? But the economy eventually will go back to where it was. And innovation will help us not be at such a risk in the years after that.
He mentioned an organization called CEPI. That's the Coalition for Epidemic Preparedness Innovations. The Coalition for Epidemic Preparedness Innovations. Now, often mentioned over the years that the BBC is the enemy of the people. And it is a